Hi all, welcome to my channel Beyond Hypertrophy. This is your coach Shanu. I hope you have been liking all my previous videos. If you have any issues, any doubts or any problem with the earlier videos in understanding the form and techniques for exercises, feel free to comment or let me know. I'll make sure that I create another video and help you out with understanding the exercises. Now talking about today I'm going to show you leg extension. A lot of times people struggle with this particular machine because of the setup, the formation and how to adjust the locks. So today I'm going to show all of this. So this leg extension machine, this is in targeting your quadriceps in isolation. Now, as I was talking about the setup, which takes a little while for people to understand. So let us go into a little deep. The first thing over here is the back support, which is adjusted through these locks. If you can come over here and show the locks, see this can be pulled and the seats can be adjusted depending upon your height and the length of your limbs. So this is I would say this is an appropriate setup for me, which I've already tried and tested a lot of times. Second most important thing which comes over here is that we have to see the lock points in the weight. So weight is comfortable. I've kept it at a very lower intensity right now just to show you the form. This is 15 kg. And the most important part over here is this particular thing. This cushioning, the cylindrical cushioning, you need to see where exactly it is being placed onto your legs. It should ideally be around the ankle joint so that when you are lifting the leg up or you're extending, so this is providing a proper cushioning to your ankles and you don't have any pain towards your knees or any other region in your legs. I'm going to sit over here, I'm going to tell you how, or I'm going to explain you how we have to do a leg extension properly, and then you'll be very much clear with the entire sitting arrangement where the knees have to be aligned and all sort of things. One more point over here is this particular thing. This will be a key marker because when I place my legs over here, when I'm seated, so you'll see how my knees are aligned to this particular point. This is one of the, I would say, a very important point, so that whenever you go and train anywhere in the gym or anywhere in the setup where you have a leg extension, you can just see this and get a proper setup done. So I just showed you how the entire setup and adjustment has to be done. Now let us get into the execution of the movement and how my posture has to get in. See, I already told you how the back setup will be there, where the support is on the back. I've made sure that it is aligned to my body. Right now, let's say I'm seated over here. My back is completely rested on the support. I'll keep my hands over here. Few of the machines might not be having these handles. It might be a little different outwards. So you can keep it over here on the seat to make sure your hips are not rising up. Make sure when you extend your knees, so it should be done in such a way that the quads are engaged, because this is targeting your quads, this upper part of your thighs in isolation, and not the hip muscles. Hip muscles should just be a supporting element here. So you have to make sure when you extend, this is completely pressed onto the seat. Now, second point which I was talking about over here was this alignment. Basically my legs are rested on the seat and they're not coming outwards. They are completely rested the back part of my thighs, right? This one. There's no gap here. See, there's no gap. The fingers are not going here. So this shows that my setup is properly done for my legs. Now, second is this alignment. My knees are not going beyond this alignment, right? So whenever you're training a leg extension, look for this one and this one. This can be a good cue for you. Now, talking about the ankle joint, this cushioning is around my ankle joint, slightly above the ankle joints and maybe a slightly lower than the shins area, so that I get a proper arrangement. Now over here, I'll try to show you the movement. Scapula retracted, core is engaged. Now I slightly try lifting the entire setup through my quads. Okay? This. When I'm lifting it up, my toes are pointing upwards, which is called dorsiflexion. This slowly come down with control. This. Now when I'm doing this, I'm making sure my hips are not rising up. It can either be here, hands, or it can be either here. I'll do it over here. Now press the hips tightly onto the seat. This is the starting point. I'll inhale and exhale. Now a lot of times people do mistake is this. Please avoid doing these kind of movements because it doesn't make any sense, and at the same time you will be inviting a lot of injuries. Make sure that your entire setup is done properly, and until and unless you're not really sure about the setup and your arrangement, better to keep it a little lower side on the intensity. We don't want any injuries around the knees, right? So I hope this makes you understand about the entire setup of leg extension, and next time when you're going to do it, we'll make sure that you're doing it in the right manner. So I just showed you the entire movement. So let's quickly summarize. One thing is this back support. Make sure that it is as per your height and as per your body type. It is movable, so make sure that you do all those adjustments. This is the point where you're sitting and your hamstring should be completely rested here. And this cushioning around your ankles, just above your ankles. So make sure that this particular lock point, these ones can be pulled. So you adjust it over here depending upon your the length of your limbs. And then you have to sit and do the leg extension. I hope you like this video. Let me know your doubts and queries in the comment section. Bye.